And welcome to Planet 412. You guys know my name. How's everybody doing tonight? Glad to be back to see everybody. Hello to my mods, BJ, Josie, and Kel. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing in the chat? I see Karen Root. Ascension 22. What's up, Martin? Good to see you, sir. Who else we got in? I know they're going to be filing in. Who we got? Well, they're filing in. Hello, Chris Bennett, Giggles the Clown, Carol, Bonnie Moore. How you doing, Miss Bonnie? Mary Sunshine, how you doing, Mary? Good to see you. Hello to everybody. How's everybody been? Scott Lee, good night. Good evening, I mean. Mood Bud. How's everybody doing? You guys had a good week? I'm just getting over, I'm sure some of you know, the stomach bug. It's been going around a lot. It went to my wife and daughter, and it's been getting at me. So I'm happy to be here and happy to be back. We got a hell of a awesome live for you tonight. We're going to have a good time together. And we have a new story coming up for you guys. So the storytelling is back. It should be up hopefully tomorrow. If everything works out, it's almost completed. So we are going to get right into this, guys, because I missed a couple days being sick, and I want to definitely get to everybody's videos that they've been sending in. I hate when this messenger tells me I have to put in my pin to bring it up, the old stuff here. So I am going to get to my friend Kat. Kat, we have to talk, by the way. And let me pop this up here. Make sure this is okay. Good. Share it to y'all. And I don't say y'all, but I felt like saying it. I don't know why. All right, guys, let's get rolling. We have Casper Sight is doing this one. Make sure it needs unmuted, and here we go. Doing it again. Well, good news is this computer's almost gone. I don't get this, man. Why it's been doing this lately? Huh. It's only 2 people this comes from. I don't know why there's been a problem here. I'll just go to the next one. My bad, guys. Too bad. I like Casper. Casper's one of my guys that I wouldn't mind having on the show, I'll be honest with you.
Turn into like a dog person, whatever. Also, why is there a flashlight on its head? And also, like, who says hello in the beginning? I have so many questions about this weird footage that was caught. What? Let me know what you think.
Says, does this thing change into a dog? What is the light attached to its head? And who said hello at the beginning? I mean, it looks like a person. And yes, gremlins. Well, that's a person running on all fours. What do you guys think? Let's run this again.
This thing turn into like a dog person, whatever. Also, why is there a flashlight on its head? And
Well, real quick, everybody, I'm going to mute her. It looks like what this is.
also, like, who says hello in the beginning? I have so many questions about this weird.
I couldn't mute her. I just think this is a person, guys. I think it's a person with a headlamp on, and I think that they're just running on all fours and jumping up and not. What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree. Fake. Let me pause this, go to another video. I'm upset about Casper's video. Hold on one sec. Oh, well, I tried playing Casper for you guys again. It wouldn't come through. So we'll go to a longer version of his stuff down here. Here's a different one from Casper. Huh. It's Casper. That's what it is. It's him. Yeah. It's his video. So strange. Huh. That is weird. Okay. Well, we just move on, guys. Sorry to Kat. I'm trying to play. You sent a bunch of stuff. Kat is awesome. Phenomenal.
Mannequin depicting an elderly woman appearing completely normal at first. However, what the footage captures moments later has left viewers deeply disturbed.
I call this what?
Shockingly, the mannequin's head visibly shifts position on its own,
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
seemingly without any external influence. The camera holder then carefully examines the figure, demonstrating clearly that the
do you
mannequin
guys think?
isn't
I mean, that seems like a
animatronic and
person.
revealing no visible
Wow.
wires, cables, or hidden mechanisms that could account for this mysterious movement. In fact, the museum manager insists the figure is entirely wax
her
and
head
rigid,
definitely moved.
impossible to manipulate
Yeah.
secretly.
May, that's odd. That's really, really odd. I've got no explanation to
I think
that.
it's
As
just
Shiloh
they
stumbled
probably
upon an
do it.
eerie shoe store operating on the dark web.
The site is called the
I just think it's made to do that, guys, or that somebody caught it when it just happened to move. I don't know.
Shoeman, and it has like a bunch of shoes for sale, but every shoe has a name and an age.
He decided to purchase a pair of boots from this bizarre site. Upon arrival at his P.O. box, the boots were contained in a box labelled fragile, heightening the ominous feeling surrounding the package. Upon opening the box, the boots appeared noticeably scuffed, dirty, and covered with suspicious stains.
By the way, speaking of getting shoes delivered to you with stains and stuff on them, have you guys been getting used stuff from Amazon lately? Not happy. I got a pair of tennis shoes that I was really excited about. It was really sharp, and I opened it, and there's stains on them and pieces of grass in the bottom of the shoe. I've been getting a lot of stuff like that lately.
I think that's so like my mind's going off on a track now. Like this is so disturbing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to test this. The luminol gets here tomorrow.
What do you guys think about the dark web stuff? And have any of you done it? Do you think that you'd be tempted to do something like this?
But, ooh.
Alarmingly, an old VHS tape fell out from inside one of the boots.
No.
Oop. In there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, definitely AI. Let's go back to the last one, guys. Hold on. I don't know why it switched.
A wax mannequin depicting an elderly woman appearing completely normal.
Gremlins, guys. Gremlins. Let's move to the next one here. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
It has like a bunch of shoes for sale, but every shoe has a name and an age.
He decided to purchase a pair of boots from this bizarre site. Upon arrival at his P.O. box, the boots were contained in a box labelled fragile, heightening the ominous feeling surrounding the package. Upon opening the box, the boots appeared noticeably scuffed, dirty, and covered with suspicious stains.
Use a UV flashlight, that'll tell you.
I think that's so... Like, my mind's going off on a track now. Like, this is so disturbing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to test this. The luminol gets here tomorrow. But, ooh.
Alarmingly, an old VHS tape fell out from inside one of the boots.
No!
Intrigued and disturbed, Shiloh quickly ordered luminol, hydrogen peroxide, and a blacklight from Amazon to investigate the stains further. When tested, the hydrogen peroxide appeared to react unsettlingly with some of the stains, intensifying speculation about their origin.
It does foam up. So, according to ChatGPT, there are a lot of false positives that will also cause foaming with hydrogen peroxide. So I'm waiting on the luminol to try to figure out what this is.
As of now, the story remains unresolved, leaving followers deeply anxious and speculating about what dark secrets might be revealed next. Could this disturbing dark web shoe store be involved in something sinister, and what hidden horrors might the VHS tape reveal?
Yo! Hell, mate, that was quick as
Oh, we've watched this before, this clip.
Mate!
Let me tell you something. That is a creepy clip from someone's basement, and they went into an old house, and these people got run on by, if that's fake, it's fake, but it's creepy as hell, and the people were screaming and ran from the house.
Watching that again in slow motion, a shadowy creature suddenly emerges, darting straight toward the group.
Mate, that's too quick!
The teens panic, screaming as they scramble to escape.
Where's the interview of them? What did they say it was? Did they get hurt? Did they get scratched? You know? Did it go back in the tunnel? Did they go back in there again? What?
Parts of the dirt suddenly begin shifting and moving as if something underneath is trying to escape.
A hand just come through.
Elizabeth, sal. Está manejando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
The uploader, clearly unnerved, suggests exactly that something beneath the surface is struggling to get out.
Look!
In time for the camera.
No manches, güey.
Are they just buried their mate?
Va a salir, güey.
They just buried their mate, and
The
they.
footage quickly gained attention, amassing hundreds of thousands of views. Many commenters are convinced the video provides genuine proof of paranormal activity.
Oh, no.
They've buried a mate,
Yeah.
and that's his breathe hole. There you go. It's probably hollow. That. Well, that was good. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
How'd you like that, Kel? You had me and Casper Sight looking at your favorite. That's pretty cool. All right, let's bring up the next one. I think we all agree on whatever that was. That person underneath there was very silly. All right, we got another one coming from Kat, and I think it's Casper Sight again. And it's freezing again. Darn it. Too bad. I enjoy Casper Sight. You know what I'm going to do? Let's go right to his channel. Let's do this one. And of course, there's no sound. I don't get it, guys. his channel for some reason. Huh. I don't know. I don't have any answer. Okay. Let's go to something else. Casper, sorry, buddy. Would still love to have you on as a guest host or be on yours. This one is from Kel, one of our mods. Hopefully. No, we played that last week, I think. We did look at this. That was really cool. That happened down in Florida, I believe. Give me one more sec here, guys. I was reading something. This is from Josie. I'll go back to Kel. Hold on. I don't get it, guys. We're getting a lot of trouble with the audio tonight. Let me do something here. I am going to bring up a longer video for you guys while I try and figure this out. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with that, but the good thing is we'll be done with this computer here very soon. This is actually a new, a brand new one for you, Kel. This is Slapped Ham. And hopefully there's no problems with the audio on this. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I can't control whatever this is.
Button and get ready
There
for
we
more creepy
go.
content. Just like this.
We'll go for a little bit on here.
Scary videos aren't all inherently creepy. This unusual clip was recorded on January 19th, 2026, during a church service at the Church of the Ascension on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. The footage was first shared on Telegram and later reposted to Instagram by the account Holy Faith House, where it quickly began spreading among religious and paranormal communities. Attendees of the service described witnessing something they couldn't immediately explain. In the clip, a bright, human-like silhouette can be seen just outside the church. The figure appears luminous, standing out sharply against the darker interior. As the figure passes toward the right side of the image, something strange happens.
Still here, guys.
When the footage is slowed down, the glowing form doesn't exit the frame in a normal way. Instead, it appears to thin out, then dissipate entirely. Several viewers who analysed the clip frame by frame noted that there's no obvious cut, fade, or digital transition where the figure disappears. It simply isn't there anymore. After the video went viral, multiple sources reported running the footage through AI-based forensic analysis tools. According to those reviews, there were no signs of digital manipulation, compositing, or visual doctoring detected in the clip. Reactions quickly divided. Some viewers described the figure as a guardian angel or spiritual presence, especially given the location and timing during a religious service.
No,
Others suggested more grounded
still.
explanations, such as light refraction, reflections
Kel, Karen Root, you're a goof.
interacting with dust.
I got this for Kel. Where you at, Kel?
Or incense, or camera sensor artifacts intensified by low light conditions. No official explanation has been offered by church officials, and no follow-up footage has surfaced showing the phenomenon again. the clip remains a single fleeting moment, open to interpretation. So what do you think this glowing silhouette really was? A trick of light caught at just the right angle, or something unexplained appearing briefly inside one of Jerusalem's most sacred sites?
I'm going to be honest. I just think it was the sun glaring off of a person that might have been just, wearing the right clothes, their skin's the right tone, and they were, just bouncing the sun off of there. But there's always a possibility that that could have been, something special. You never know.
This footage surfaced after investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp revealed they had obtained previously unreleased UAP material recorded by a US military drone. According to Corbell and Knapp, the video was filmed on August 23, 2012 over the Persian Gulf using a forward-looking infrared system mounted on a US Air Force platform. The footage had been catalogued internally as UAP within intelligence community investigations and remained classified for years before being quietly circulated through secure channels. The orbs maintain separation, shift subtly relative to one another, and do not display visible wings, exhaust, or conventional propulsion. As the footage plays, the objects seem to adjust position in a controlled manner rather than drifting randomly. There's no obvious thermal plume, no heat signature consistent with jet engines, and no behavior that clearly matches known aircraft. The tracking data remains locked as the system follows the formation. In a follow-up interview, Corbell clarified that the material was verified as authentic.
What do you guys think of Corbell, by the way? I think he is legit as you can get.
Military footage and labelled UAP by US intelligence, stressing that it was not classified as drones, aircraft, or balloons.
What we can vet is that it's real military footage, that it was actually labeled UAP by our own intelligence agencies.
He and Knapp pointed to the documented chain of custody, saying the video came directly from classified review environments rather than public or hobbyist sources.
Put out. So this is military footage you weren't supposed to see that we obtained, and legally as journalists, once we obtain it, it's going out. And so if you're cool with it, I think we should show people that footage today so they can just get out their dissecting tools and help us understand what our government thinks are UAP. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, to quote a line from The Right Stuff, let's like this.
They also noted that this footage fits into a broader pattern seen in other official cases, echoing descriptions found in US government reporting where objects demonstrate controlled movement, formation behavior, and a lack of identifiable propulsion. Reaction to the release was sharply divided. Some analysts and researchers viewed the clip as a valuable addition to the growing body of documented UAP encounters, placing it alongside cases referenced in the 2021 ODNI report.
That is a TR-3B. Any of those of you who have not heard me talk about it before, that's our technology. They are the triangle shaped UFOs. They're anti-gravity. They have 3 lights at each point of the triangle. That's ours.
Others dismissed it as low-resolution imagery, arguing that without raw sensor data or longer tracking sequences, conclusions remain limited. Skeptics also questioned whether the footage could have originated from unredacted military forums years earlier, while supporters countered that official labelling and provenance distinguish it from typical leaks or misidentifications. As with many UAP cases, the footage answers some questions while raising new ones. The origin, intent and nature of the objects remain unknown, and no official explanation has been provided beyond the UAP designation itself. So what do you make of these 3 orbs over the Persian Gulf? A misunderstood sensor image, an unusual but earthly technology, or another entry in a growing catalogue of aerial encounters that still defy explanation?
Supposedly, Martin, yes. I think they've had that since at least since the 80s, they said. Possibly longer.
This unsettling clip was shared on TikTok by user Silly Lady, who says she was filming a house tour with her family.
Baby, you stay with us.
Karen, don't be surprised, sweetheart. You know damn well they have had stuff. They supposedly, the word is, for those of you that haven't heard this before, the technology that the government has is always a generalized 100 years more than we have. So they're 100 years ahead of us, guaranteed. I think more.
According to the uploader, the only reason she was recording was to show the house to her boyfriend's mother. Nothing felt unusual at first. It was just a quiet walkthrough of an empty home they were considering. As they step into the bathroom, however, something strange happens.
Ooh, it's purple.
Right at the doorway, a faint voice can be heard on the audio. It sounds like a whisper. And it appears to say a single word: Jadis. One of the young girls in the group is named Jadis, but no one in the room is seen speaking her name. No one leans in. No one whispers. The adults continue walking as if they didn't hear anything at the time. It's only later, when the video is replayed, that the voice becomes obvious, clear enough that multiple viewers independently pointed it out. When the clip was posted, it quickly went viral, racking up millions of views. Some viewers suggested it could be audio pareidolia, background noise, or a coincidence caused by movement and echo in the empty house. Others weren't.
So what is audio pareidolia? That's a new one for me. So it's a word that is like air junk or sound junk in the air that sounds like something we might recognize, and we think it's that, so we just say it is, I would assume.
Convinced. They noted how closely the voice matches the child's name and how precisely it occurs as the group enters the bathroom. A more unsettling theory began to spread. Some people believed the house may have had an entity attached to it, and that calling out the child's name was a way of drawing the family in. Whether it was a trick of acoustics, a coincidence, or something harder to explain, the moment was enough to unsettle the family. They ultimately decided not to move into the house and chose to look elsewhere. So what do you think that voice really was? A random sound that just happened to line up? Or an EVP calling out from inside a house they wisely chose to leave behind?
Hi, my
Gotcha,
baby.
Beach.
This next eerie clip was shared on TikTok by user Chili's Supporter after what started as a simple video filmed late at night.
Where were you when you saw it, New England? I'm sure you did. If you guys use the infrared or night vision on your cameras, on your cell phones, you should be able to see if something is up there that you can't see with a naked eye, if it's there. There's some cool stuff up there you can find.
According to the uploader, he was outside recording a neighborhood cat he often sees roaming the area.
Hi, my baby.
But in the background, down the road, something strange appears.
Thank you, Martin.
A very tall,
Whoa.
shadowy figure emerges from the darkness. It's upright, elongated, and noticeably larger
I've seen this before and one like it, and if this is the one I think, it's pretty creepy.
than an average person. For a brief moment, the figure stands there. Then it suddenly runs to the right, disappearing into the darkness beyond the frame. The clip ends abruptly, leaving little time to process what was just seen. When the video was posted, it quickly went viral. Viewers flooded the comments asking the same questions. Why didn't he run? Why didn't he grab the cat? In a follow-up story time, the uploader explained that in the moment, he didn't fully register danger. He says his instinct wasn't to run, but to freeze, because he didn't even understand what he was looking at.
I guess when you're kind of like freaked out by something, your instincts can be to run, but I usually just kind of freeze up and stand there because I didn't even know what I was seeing. I knew it was like, I saw like a figure, but I didn't really think I was in danger until I uploaded the video and everything.
He clarified that the cat wasn't his, but a friendly neighborhood cat that's always outside. Nothing happened to the animal, and it remained unharmed after the incident.
I don't own the cat. It's a neighborhood cat. He's always outside. He's very sweet, and he's fine, by the way. Nothing happened to the cat.
He also shared that since living in the area, he's experienced other unsettling moments. Being home alone often, he says he sometimes feels like he sees movement outside his windows, or senses something off, though he admits there could be ordinary explanations. After the video gained attention, he says the comments began to affect him. He started feeling on edge, questioning whether he was overreacting or imagining things. In later posts, he mentioned noticing strange flashing lights in his backyard and shadows near the pool, though he wasn't sure if those were camera issues or something else. Looking back, the uploader says that while he was freaked out, his body and instincts never told him to run. He simply walked home afterward, shaken but unsure if he'd truly been in danger at all.
I love my kitty.
That's so weird. Mary, you have a horrible snowstorm coming.
the Holy Spirit.
This next series of scary videos has viewers seriously irked. An eerie pattern has been emerging on TikTok. Over the past few weeks and months, multiple videos have surfaced showing dogs reacting strangely to crucifixes. The trend appeared to gain traction after a clip was posted by TikTok user Yakety Yak Yak. Not long after, another clip began circulating, re-uploaded by PG Stories Official. In this video, a different man tries the same thing. He points a crucifix at his dog.
He's just teasing.
The response is even more extreme. The dog growls, prompting viewers to flood the comments with theories.
Good for you, Chris.
Some went as far as suggesting the animal wasn't a normal dog at all, claiming it could be a skinwalker reacting negatively to a religious symbol. As people began digging deeper, more clips surfaced showing nearly identical behavior. One video posted by May.Lu shows a small dog reacting dramatically when a crucifix is brought near it.
Be gone! Be gone!
The pattern looks familiar, the same sudden agitation, the same fixation on the object.
Why are you scared of it? I cast out the demon. I cast it out. Cast it.
Another clip shared by Froiler_Swinney adds a slightly different twist. In this case, the crucifix isn't being held at all.
All right, we've watched this one before. I'm going to move it ahead. We didn't quite buy that. We saw this lady too make the... But for those of you that never heard this before, at least let you hear it.
Is her mother lying unconscious on the floor.
It's silly.
That's when something truly odd happens. Instead of speaking normally, she begins singing
Yeah, we're going to move ahead from this one. Silly. What the? Okay.
This disturbing Ring doorbell clip was shared online after a frightening encounter in Florida late at night. The footage was posted to X by the account Clown World and quickly began circulating as viewers tried to process what the camera captured in the early hours of the morning.
Great movie, El Martino.
Inside the home, families are reportedly asleep while this was happening. After the footage spread online, viewers reacted with shock and anger. Many questioned how someone could approach a family home armed like that in the middle of the night. Others focused on reports that the suspect was later taken into custody, only to be eligible for bond just days later.
You do that in the Youngstown areas surrounding the city specifically, you're going to get shot through that window. Put them up higher that people can't reach them.
This eerie CCTV clip was shared on TikTok by user Oberlan Official after unsettling sounds were reportedly heard late at night near a residential property. According to the uploader, the footage was only reviewed after the noises became too disturbing to ignore. While nothing unusual was seen on camera, the audio alone was enough to spark intense discussion online.
It's just a big dog. I think he was worse, Martin.
When the clip was posted, commenters began referring to the noise as the gula gula. But in Malay folklore, that term isn't usually the name of a separate creature. Instead, it's commonly used as a nickname for the pocong, also known as the hantu gula gula or sweet's ghost.
I don't know, it sounded like a dog.
In traditional belief, the pocong is a spirit bound within the white burial shroud used in Muslim funerals. If the ties of the shroud, particularly the knot at the head, are not loosened after burial, the soul is said to remain trapped, wandering for 40 days. The nickname Gula Gula comes from its appearance, wrapped in white and tied at the top, resembling a piece of candy.
I've never heard of
More
that.
skeptical viewers offered alternative explanations, suggesting the sound could be an animal call distorted by distance, acoustics, or the limitations of the CCTV microphone. Southeast Asia is home to wildlife whose cries can sound deeply unnatural when recorded at night. Still, many listeners said the wailing didn't resemble anything familiar. Even those aware of local animals admitted the sound felt wrong in a way that was difficult to explain. With no visual confirmation and only audio to analyze, the clip remains unresolved. Just a silent camera, a dark night, and a sound that continues to unsettle those who hear it.
That sounds like a dog to me. Hey, so real quick, guys, I wanted to say this before we go any further. I'm starting back with the storytelling. I'm almost finished with my first welcome back storytelling to Matt and Planet 412. Do me a favor. You can put them on here, but if you do, just do me a favor. Also email me the idea or messenger. You know how we do. Give me your pick one, each one of you, if you don't mind. Your favorite cryptid something story that I haven't tackled yet in Planet 412. If you're not sure, go check it out, see what I've done. I'd like some of your picks for me to do stories on. Give me good ones.
This weird doorbell camera clip has emerged from Ashford in Kent, UK, after a late night incident ended up in court. The footage was shared online by the X account, The Kenyan Vigilante, after UK authorities confirmed the case had resulted in a sentencing. According to reports, the incident occurred during heavy rain in the early hours of the morning. Rain continues to fall as she lingers for a moment, watching to see if the fire will catch. It doesn't. The doorbell camera captured the entire sequence clearly, including her face and movements. After the footage was reviewed by police, the woman was identified as Magdalene Wangechi, a Kenyan national living in the UK. Authorities confirmed the act was a revenge-motivated arson attempt, which failed solely due to the weather conditions that night.
I have my memo.
The case later went through the UK court system, where Wangechi was sentenced for the attempted attack. Officials noted that without the rain, the outcome could have been far more serious.
Look at this wacko in a robe. Oh my God, throwing matches.
If you want to see more scary videos just like these, then might I tempt you with a little click on that subscribe?
All right, guys, so there's some right there. I hope, Kel, that you liked it. Kel's back. I am going to share something else with you guys. Oop, got a little echo there. Let me go to our, let me go to my history here real quick, because I had something I wanted to show you guys. Guys, remember Brookster? We like her, some of her stuff that she's done. She has one I want to show you guys. Has a bunch of Dogman stuff in there. We're going to be going to a lot of Dogman stuff in the coming months.
Hours looking at various trail camera footage and seem to come up with this creepy compilation. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, Rye. The codex is
okay,
here.
guys. So first off, we're going to start with Instagram today. And this first one is by Bear How 4321, and it says Appalachian witch caught on trail camera. Witch caught on camera in the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, that's all it says. So I don't know exactly what part of the Appalachian Mountains it's from, but yeah. Okay, now that's kind of creepy for sure. That's real creepy. If you were to see that on your trail camera, guaranteed you'd be freaked the hell out.
Check out the new merch, guys.
Look, she
You gotta see
dancing.
it.
She's dancing her way. She's like dancing, hopping her way towards the camera. Oh no. Y'all think she's doing some sort of ritual or something? Well, it looks like something's like right here. Or maybe that's
Probably
just the
hard for her
branch
to
of a
run it,
tree.
though.
I don't know. That's super creepy. Just the way she's like crawling towards the camera. Nah. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I don't even know what to think about that.
Jacklington, how are you?
Now, this one right here is by Beastly Pumpkin. It says, a trail cam was set up along with some bait to film foxes and other small animals. One night, a fox is acting very skittish, and then something...
I think that deep south accents are cute and with girls.
Takes it. Some people say it was a
Maybe front,
werewolf due to its speed. Others claim Bigfoot because you can see prominent 2 legs. Others think
Buck.
it was just some other predator. But what do you think? What took the fox away into the darkness? Oh my goodness. All right, let's give it a watch. There's no sound to this, so... What? Well, poor Mr. Fox, whatever took it, it was big. I don't know. I'm going to have to slow it down because I don't see 2 legs. Like, it could just be going by really, really fast.
Yeah, that's so fast. I'll let her stop it.
I mean...
It's definitely got legs.
Could it be an owl? Like, do owls just run up and take foxes like that? I mean, are they that big enough to do that? I don't know. It looks very supernatural, I must say. Like, super weird. What do you guys think? Do you think it's something cryptid, like a werewolf stated, or a Bigfoot? Let me know in the comments.
All right, so you guys know my takes on werewolves specifically. I don't completely disbelieve. I think anything is possible. I've talked about it. Obviously, what's happened to me and my friends, anything is possible. Shapeshifters exist, that's for sure. I don't know if I completely buy into the werewolf old adage and all of that, and the mythology. There's always truth in mythology, but are they shapeshifters? Do they shift into more animals or other things, or is it just that? I'm more on the side of the fence that is.
Okay, guys, so this next one right here is by Mount Riley. It says, caught on trail camera in Red Hook, New York. It's not edited. It is not the dreaded A word. This is swamp hunting land, thick mud and snow, 24-degree weather, and almost 3 a.m. It covered 40 yards in 1.5 seconds. Please give any explanation. There are no native species that are capable of moving even remotely that fast.
Hey guys, remember, ideas for stories for me to do storytelling ideas too. So you can throw them in here and email or send them a messenger.
It appears to be on 2 legs and have 2 arms. There also appears to be a beam of light on the side. Interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this a watch. You have to look like right here. It goes by super fast. And of course, I'm going to zoom in for you guys, okay? It's like right at the beginning.
Okay, New England, I gotcha.
Right here.
There's something moving around back there, that's for sure. Looks like a person.
So let's go back, watch it again. Right here. And I'm definitely going to slow it down for you guys. Like, so I can't even really hardly make out what it is. So I'm excited to go in and edit and give it a real good close-up, a zoom in, slow down, all that good juicy stuff I can do in editing. But yeah, after I do that, let me know what you think it is. Okay, guys, so this next one is by Strange Spotting. one of my favorites here. It says, after hearing many strange noises coming from the woods surrounding his property, a man decided to mount a trail cam. Oh, Lord. What is that, y'all? Oh my God. It looks like, it's like all, whatever it is, it looks like it's all hunched over. Okay, that looks like a pale crawler.
That looks like a either AI or a ghost.
Let's move me over here for a second. Yeah, okay, so we see this thing right here. But it's very interesting when he zooms in on it.
What do you guys think from that? We got to get Taz back on here. Taz has been really busy. And Jacklington, I'll get to it.
Y'all, that looks like some sort of like translucent, glowing pale crawler to me. Super creepy. Like one of the best trail camera finds I think I've ever seen.
Not so sure about that.
That's insane.
I'm gonna have to get a AI scrubber, and everything we watch down the road here, I'm gonna put through here.
I gotta look at this one more time, guys, because that is like baffling the heck out of me. Let's like look at it close up. It says there are many legends of skinwalkers roaming the woods at night in that area. I mean, could it be a skinwalker? I don't know. To me, it looks like a glowing pale crawler. Maybe it's some sort of...
Let's move on from this one here. She has a decent looking Dogman one, which is more than likely
Now, this one
AI.
right here comes from Bigfoot Evidence. It says, possible Bigfoot caught on a trail cam. This is an excellent photo. So,
Quicksilver.
Yeah, this right here, as you can see, and we'll zoom in a little bit on it, looks like...
Karen, you made a great point. Don't use infrared with these things if you're trying to catch them on trail cams or whatever. Use thermal cams. You know, I think you should test with some of the other types of visions that they have out there. The full spectrum possibly, but I don't know if full spectrum gives off any infrared at all in them. So
it could possibly be a juvenile Bigfoot. I mean, maybe it's a bear? I mean, you can't rule things out like that. I don't know. I thought that was a very interesting capture. I would like to know exactly where it's from.
I mean, I guess it could be a bear.
Like what area it's taken in, so we can, you know, rule out the possibility of it being a bear. But hey, you know, if it's even a bear caught on trail cam, that's still pretty cool to me. But what do you guys think after zooming in? Maybe I'll have to brighten it a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a Bigfoot? Like a juvenile Bigfoot? Or do you think it's just a bear? Okay, guys. So this was actually posted by Cryptid.
So, guys, this one here, I've seen. This could very well be all AI, but I'm going to tell you what. It's definitely a good one, and it's one of those ones that could definitely fall into a, yeah, because of the AI thing, it's going to kill maybe a possibly real video. So I'll let you guys decide for yourself.
University, and it's supposed footage of a Bigfoot calling out to possibly other Bigfoots on camera, on this trail cam.
That's pretty awesome. That's AI. Phenomenal. I mean, that's what you would expect them to look when they're howling or yelling or screaming. That's pretty cool, I think. I do too, Karen. I think it's awesome. Even if it's fake, guys, it's awesome.
Oh no, guys.
Yeah,
That
Jack,
is
I didn't want to
looks
say
pretty
the junk
real.
wasn't there.
But you never
people
can
could
know
always
in
remove
this
those,
day and
too.
age, you know, so I don't even know what to think of it. As always, I'm going to leave it up for y'all to decide. You know, something definitely was hollering back. Was
Yeah,
it
he
other
could have
Bigfoots?
micro, you know what.
Kind of almost reminded me of
Oh, I would kill
coyotes,
myself.
but again, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm just joking. Looking YouTube.
Now, this technically isn't a trail cam. Now, there's going to be a few of these on here that's not trail cam, but you know, the majority of these are, in fact, trail cams. Okay, so this one right here is by My Wrist Team on Facebook, and it's supposed
Good point, Kel.
Duende or gnome caught on camera. Look at him!
That looks so fake.
Oh no, guys, he moves kind of funny.
That's so silly.
But, I mean, I don't know how duendes or gnomes move.
Right.
He looks like a little forest spirit. Is that what they are? I mean, that's what I'm inclined to think that they are. Maybe he's not a duende. Maybe he's something
Hey,
else, like a
528, what
forest
up?
spirit. I like his beard, though.
Yes, that's Brookster, Ron.
Pretty neat. It looks super real. Like, I don't know. For some reason, it gives me cold chills. I keep
What?
thinking it's like a little spirit of
Cold
the forest,
chill?
like a gnome-like spirit fairy type of creature.
That's what you
Pretty freaking
think.
cool, honestly.
That's what you'd think that they would look like, but it's in broad daylight. The camera just so happens to be pointed at this guy. Yeah, pretty fake, I think.
He, you know, he kind of moves like an owl, but he's got a
Beard game
face.
is awesome, Ghoul.
He's
Definitely.
got a face. Maybe he's disguised to look like an owl. That'd be something, right?
Like a guy in a ghillie suit.
Oh no, I think that's really cool. What do you guys think?
She's cute. She got a Goonies shirt on too. I love it.
Okay, guys, so this next one right here is by Dom Keenan on TikTok. So yeah, we have gone over to TikTok, sorry. It says, this is brand new. Potential crawler footage, or is this just a skinwalker? So this is another one. I don't think... No, this is actually not a trail cam. I know, guys. I know I said this was a trail cam, but trust me, the majority of these are, so don't
Hey,
panic,
Golan.
all right? It says scary. Warning. New footage of a pale crawler. New footage.
Hello.
Okay, so
New
yeah.
footage of what appears to be a lanky humanoid creature taking a dirt water bath was sent
Totally
to me by
staged.
a viewer. Their
Art
name shall
platform.
remain anonymous, but I can disclose where this was filmed at, which it was filmed at the San Carlos Reservation in Arizona,
Okay.
which for many will bring the word skinwalker to the forefront of the mind, but I, however, think this thing looks remarkably similar to a crawler. This thing visibly has long, unnatural-looking arms, and in this shot here, a very strange-looking leg. Overall, a very crawler-like appearance. Normally, I would inform you of the general consensus, the internet's general opinion on what this creature is, but I believe I'm the first person to be releasing this footage, so there's
Yeah,
no general
giggles, for
consensus
sure.
or no
Could be a
general
wild
opinion to
man.
be found right now. All I can offer...
And for,
Yeah, I've never seen this before, to be honest.
for those of you that don't know what wild men are, they're not really Bigfoot at all. They're actual people that have basically turned their back on society. They've gone off grid and they've been living in the woods and stuff off of the land for however long. And there's been a lot of them through the years, and there's actually, from what I've heard, more. So that's very possible.
Is my personal opinion or theory,
Who's
and
Uncle
what the person
Flacco,
who sent this
Josie?
footage to me thinks. Ultimately, the person that sent me this footage, what they think about this thing, is they don't really know, which is understandable.
Chris,
But
Robin
they have
was
some
super
suspicions, and
hairy.
their family has some suspicions, and I was talking to them about this, and basically it all kind of culminated into, it sounded like they were talking about skinwalkers. Now, they never used the word skinwalker to me at all, which totally understand. They probably didn't even want to use the word, but they brought up Navajo individuals shape-shifting and using witchcraft, and in my head I'm like, oh, that's... So if we're dealing with something genuinely paranormal here, Skinwalker is a fantastic theory, actually, especially considering with where this footage was filmed at.
Right.
So, what do I think? Well, I do think, as I said in the beginning of this video, it looks remarkably similar to what a crawler looks like. Its arms are super long and weird. It's got a lanky figure. The texture of its skin is weird, and just the location of where it's standing, just in some dirty, mucky water. Very strange, very crawler-like, but can't be sure. I have no idea. All we have is the footage that we were provided. That's all they saw. The people that filmed that, they got out of Dodge. They just got out of there. Once that thing started looking like it was going to be going towards them, they got out of there. I don't blame them whatsoever.
It did look like it was about to come towards them, and I have to let's go back
of what appears to be a lanky.
Let's look at this again, this footage. It does look like a pale crawler. I think it's a little bit thicker though. Y'all, theory here. Just putting this out there. Nice booty, by the way. So what if pale crawlers are actually S-walkers or shapeshifters that are got stuck in the middle of transforming back into a human or vice versa, like an animal, and they're stuck in this demonic looking pale crawler state. I mean, that's just a theory of mine, but I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, I mean, it does look long and lanky. Whether it's an S-walker, whether it's a pale crawler, I know one thing. It definitely gets a big oh hell no to that.
I have to pause it because in the chat, people are talking about an old-time wrestler from the WWF days called George the Animal Steel, whose sketch comedy I called, not, they would get mad at me and probably try and fight me, but he had a thing that he did where he would eat things and rip off the turnbuckle and eat it and have the things falling out of his mouth. His tongue was always colored a different purple or something. It was a damn shame. But those were the greatest days, I think, of wrestling.
Definitely. Oh, hell no.
USA Channel was WWF and Chinese. What was it? It was karate. No, it was Karate Theater. Oh shoot, guys, help me out. It was Fortune Cookie something, Karate Theater. It was awesome. I miss it.
Certified. Okay, guys, so this one right here is by Paranormal Experience, and it says Ghost Child Caught on Trail Cam. It's from the OP is Reddit on Reddit UJT245. Gave us this amazing couple of photos taken within seconds on his trail cam. You can even see the timestamps in the first. We see what appears to be the ghost of a small child. And then the second picture, nothing. Gone in the blink of an eye. This picture is making its way in many paranormal circles. Glad to give it to you here first. And thank you, JT245, for amazing find. So that is the OP. So let's give it a watch. Okay, so yeah, it is just pictures. But they're going through it. So the first picture, this is showing the first picture again. Okay, right here, you can see it plain as day. Second picture, it's gone. First picture again, they've got it circled. Okay. So, yeah, I thought that was really,
like
really creepy for sure. Something was definitely there. Very, very creepy. I mean, it almost, yeah. Don't it almost I'm like got pale crawlers on the brain now, but it could look like a little small pale crawler or maybe even like a cryptid creature. Cause it does look like I could see where they say it could be a child or whatever because its stature is so short. But could it be like another forest spirit or something? I just love these things because, like, it could be an array of things, like something we don't even think about, you know? It could be even something explainable. But I think these things are always going to be a mystery, and that's, like, what's compelling about them. It's just always mysterious.
Hey, Rye, if you're listening, check your messenger.
Okay, so this one right here is by These Haunted Hills. It says trail cam catches creepy image taken on private land on a wildlife camera. This image seems to show a figure passing by the camera. It was this that caused the camera to take the shot, but the owner is troubled by what it could be. He isn't necessarily claiming it to be a ghost, but the fencing surrounding the land are extremely high with razor wire attached. A search of the land showed absolutely nothing, and none of the cameras around the land showed a single thing but this one. Yeah, that is pretty creepy. Definitely looks like a ghostly figure.
Looks like somebody walking through the woods in a robe or something. Thank you, Louise, very much. Thank you. Guys, I also would like some ideas for the live streams that we go right from a specific theme. Let me know.
Oh, with like a dress on, almost like, I don't know. This one's pretty strange. I mean, it's almost like cone shaped. You know, depending on where this was taken, I'm bringing to the cryptid that was seen, the Flatwoods Monster. Like, it definitely, if this was like in West Virginia or something, it doesn't state where it is. But West Virginia has hills, so could it be West Virginia? It like the Flatwood Monster is said to be like very sharp and like got like this triangle shape to it, like it like human-esque looking face, but it's like alien-esque in nature. So could that be something like that, or are we just grasping at straws here? Like, what is that? Maybe it's something explainable. Maybe it's just a ghost. Just a ghost, right? Maybe it is a ghost. Spooky, right? But do you see anything else in this picture, perchance? Let me know in the comments.
Thank you, Puck Elster.
So, some more spirits caught on trail camera. This one's by Mike Minnie. I hope I said that correctly. If not, I am so sorry. It says, photo captured on a trail cam by a friend of mine. Check out the time period clothing. Thoughts? And that's the first thing I noticed was like a boy and a girl holding hands in time period clothing, like almost like Civil War era, and they're walking into the forest. It's kind of very creepy, honestly. Like, I mean, I guess it could be a hoax, but how would you hoax that? I mean, why go through all the trouble of doing that? That's super, super interesting to me. Yeah, it definitely looks like they have like Civil War era type of clothes on. Maybe even like 1920s clothes. I don't know, just depending. Like if it's like pajamas or something like that.
Pictures with
what do you
that.
think the story is here? I wish we were to know where this, was located, where this was taken. But yeah, it's actually kind of like bittersweet in its own way. Like they're holding hands, just going into the forest. Like at least they're together haunting the woods, right? Now this one right here is by Full Throttle Fam. It says, something crossed our trail camera before sunrise, but it wasn't human. All right, let's give it a watch. Oh, I've seen that. It's like a ghostly capture. Yeah, Watch. It's like barely visible, so you have to really, really look. And then like a bug comes there afterwards. That's definitely a ghost.
You think, guys? It's definitely
That's
a
crazy.
ghost?
Yeah, I have to say that's 100% a phantom.
Okay, she says it's 100%, and you guys know we love Brooke here. We think she's super cute and funny, and we like her show. But I think she okays too many things quickly. I mean, you can't even really see what it is.
Going by the camera.
I don't know how she 100%s it.
Visible, so you have to really, really look. And then like a bug comes there afterwards. That's definitely a ghost. That's crazy.
Do you, Chris? Oh, yeah, I see it there.
Yeah, I have to say that's 100% a phantom going by the
I can't say
camera.
100% though. That's
I don't know what else it could be, honestly.
pareidolia, something like
I mean, could like
right
swamp
there,
gas
Bonnie,
or like
where
fog, like just a little bit
where
of
my
fog,
pointer is.
maybe.
Watch
You
right
know,
here.
to me that looks very supernatural, though. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Right here. I don't know. I couldn't really see it too well.
But y'all, I ain't gonna lie. This one is really creepy. Like, creep factor to the max, okay? It's by Just Outdoors. It says, bro, I'm kind of freaking out right now.
Bring it, Brooke,
What
sir.
is this lady doing in the middle of a national forest?
You see me, don't ya?
That's creepy.
You see me, don't ya?
I get my tooth fixed tomorrow. I'm so
You
excited.
see me, don't ya? Like, what the
can't
hell,
feel it.
lady? Oh, no.
You see me, don't ya?
Could be Louise.
Y'all,
Very
could that be
possible,
like
Diggle.
a feral person, like knowing where like they're putting these
Hey,
trail
Keely.
cameras at and stuff like that, and she just like turns around and she's like,
We got somebody.
"Hey, see me, don't you?"
We got somebody joining us too in a couple minutes, guys.
Yeah, y'all, I can't with this. Like, that is so creepy. Like, to go back and watch this on trail camera, like something sets it off, and you're like, "Oh, I wonder what deer or what animal I caught this time," and it's this creepy old lady go and go.
You see me, don't ya?
No. Oh my god. So creepy, y'all. Okay, so this next one is by Stick Saiba, and it says, creepy creature spotted in the rainforest. Now, at first, I know what you're going to say. That's just a monkey. Okay, but just let God cook.
Not
Let
really.
him explain things a little bit.
Thank you,
First of all,
Chris.
if that's a monkey, his legs look superhuman. But anyway, let's give it a watch.
Thank you, Chris.
A trail camera in the dense rainforest of Southeast Asia captured something bizarre wading through ankle-deep water. This creature had an unmistakable orangutan-like appearance, yet there were distinct differences. Its hair was longer and more matted, and its
Thank you,
arms
sir.
appeared to
I
be much
appreciate
longer
it.
than a typical orangutan. The camera belonged to a biologist named Carey, who was baffled by what he saw. Despite years of experience studying the wildlife in the area, Carey was unable to identify the creature. Could it be a new species of primate that had yet to be discovered? Or perhaps it was a genetic anomaly of an existing species? Or something else? Whatever the case may be, the photo has sparked curiosity and fascination among the scientific community, and Carey is determined to uncover the truth behind this mysterious creature. A trail camera in the dense rainforest.
Y'all, I have to say, it really does look ape-like. Like, it really does.
It
But, like,
does.
what's getting me are, like, the legs right here. Now, I don't think And they even said a wildlife expert said that wasn't a primate that he knows of. People are saying in the comments it's a juvenile Sasquatch.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it very well could be. He looks kind of old to me, though. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. That I just thought that was a good trail camera capture. What do you think?
It looks like his mouth
Let me
comes all
know.
the way out to here.
Okay, guys, so our next one is by Dead Woods Reptiles. And it says, help, what the heck is this thing? It was on our trail cams. And yeah, it's just a picture. But a very weird looking picture indeed, I have to say. Somebody said it could be a deer on its two legs, like jumping up. But where are the antlers? I mean, I guess it could be a doe. I don't know, guys. Like, that just don't look like a deer to me. I could be mistaken. I'm no wildlife expert. But a lot of people in the comments are...
Hey, guys, I wanted to real quick, since we're getting almost to the half an hour point of us stopping, I wanted to bring in somebody that you guys might know. We got my man, Rye. Welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, brother, as usual. And now that my power is back on, I know I was doing my live there, and my power dropped out, and I had to switch to my cell phone, and it threw me for a whole loop. I just lost the momentum and everything.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm sorry that you had that happen.
No worries, no worries. We had some problems with our power recently, and we had guys come out, fix it, and we thought that was it. But they fixed one of the issues, and then they kind of said, oh, the meters. And then my wife's like, oh, what do you mean? Nothing. No, it's okay. Mm-hmm. And so I did the live, and of course my power went out, and then so at the end, after the live, I cut it early, and then I went down and I just turned the main breaker off to just it's in front of the meters, and it like reset the meters, and I turned the power back on, and it came back on.
Yeah. Well, welcome, brother. We're in the middle of this one here. She's trying to decide, Brookster.
It looks like it's not a deer.
No, definitely not.
Thinking it's some sort of ghost.
No. Have you heard of that called not a deer?
Oh, yes, I have. I actually did do a video on that.
It could be not a deer.
I did a collab with Carol Ann from the In Between, and we talked about not a deer.
I wonder if Michelle's in the chat.
Goatman.
Dory, just keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay.
Or like the not deer. You know, have you heard of the not deer? I haven't talked about that lately, but it is a type of cryptid that looks like a deer, but it's not a deer. Or could it be some sort of S-walker, skinwalker, or shapeshifter? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So this next one right here is by Heath Jude. This was caught on trail camera. Another wheeled trail camera capture. Skinwalker, bear, or werewolf. Okay, so I didn't see really anything at first, and like these things are covering what is actually on it. So I will show you the next picture. But as you can see, this is actually definitely from a trail cam. 4:30 a.m. 5/28/24. This is what I was actually wanting to show you.
Oh.
A lot of people in the comments are saying that's a Dogman or a werewolf caught on camera.
I don't like her saying that.
Yeah, I have to absolutely agree with the canine-like snout, the glowing.
What'd you say, Rye?
I'd like to know why that bothers you.
Because I'm not a huge, like I had already mentioned it, I'm not a huge believer in the traditional mythology of it. I think that they are possibly just a shapeshifter that can change into different things, and that was one of the forms that they were most maybe noticed or strongest form. Maybe a skinwalker that made their way from different parts of the world, and that's where they were before. I don't know.
Okay, interesting.
Eyes. It has like this buff looking arm right here. Its chest. I will actually draw this out for you in the editing process. But yeah, it looks wild, guys. Like absolutely wicked.
That's interesting. That is.
Yeah, it is. I agree. That's pretty cool.
I really do think he captured a genuine Dogman or werewolf. We can't really see if it's got a tail or not.
The only thing here I want to point out to you guys is I just want to move it back right here. It's a little bit better. I mean, yes, it does look like there's an arm where my pointer is, but it could be pareidolia too. You never know. It could be something that somebody stuck up there and put some type of reflective material where the eyes are, or it could be legit. You never know.
It could be. We truly don't know, right?
Right.
Dogman or werewolf. We can't really see if it's got a tail or not. You know, but wow, guys. Wow, that is some sort of creature to be sure. Oh, hell no to that.
She's hilarious.
Okay, guys, so this next one is by Shannon9311. Caught in the backwoods. It's creepy. This is on my sister's trail cam. It kind of looks like something is floating there. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. So, yeah, as you can see, something right here. Now, don't worry. We are going to zoom on it right now to see what this could be. Now, definitely could be something explainable like a deer, mountain lion, or some kind of wild animal. But the thing of it is, it does look like it's floating.
It does, or it could just have darker legs.
Like a doe running, like, you know, and it got her like pouncing up at the right time. I don't know, guys. Like, could it be some kind of supernatural, ghostly apparition? Or could it be something else? Definitely let me know in the comments.
I've seen a deer get hit by a car and it's...
Okay, guys, so we're actually going to be ending on YouTube today. And this one right here is by Cryptid Logs. And it says, hiker recorded his last moments before a dogman caught him.
Wow.
So, yeah, guys, this one's kind of creepy. And
AI?
I'm just going to let you watch, okay?
Yeah, it definitely looks that way.
Seeing comes from a phone recovered during a missing person
It
investigation.
looks computer generated.
The hiker
Oh
who
my gosh!
recorded
Yeah,
this
where's the shadow?
never made it out of the
I
forest.
know there's not much light out, but there's no distortion or anything.
Nothing. It's just clean and it's got that computery kind of look on the hair.
Yeah.
His camera shows something following him for days. A dogman walking upright, keeping pace just out of sight.
Dogman.
The footage captures massive tracks, broken trees, and finally, the dogman itself.
Broken tree.
Standing on two legs and staring into the camera. This is the last recorded evidence of a man being hunted. So before we continue, make sure you subscribe and let us know where you're watching from.
You might be looking
Thanks.
at a dead man.
There's a phone sitting in an evidence locker, somewhere that contains footage nobody wants you to see.
That was interesting. Rye, what did you think about some of those videos there?
Like, okay, what the last one?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make these bigger here.
The last one was kind of like bullshit, but yeah. But the other ones, yeah, hey, that one with the picture with the dogman off to the side, or that shadow kind of thing off to the side, that looked legit.
Yeah.
The one off in the, I know when you kind of had to close your camera there for a second, but the one that was off in the distance that was kind of like she says, it looks like it's floating. Well, it definitely, there was something there. Let's what it was is unknown, but there's some sort of anomaly on there. I'd like to see some other pictures that were taken by that trail cam, you know, like maybe before and afters or something along that line, just to compare with.
I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot more Dogman stuff in the coming weeks. Let me pull up. Josie said that she sent something really cool. Let me see. Okay, here we go. This is for reptilians, which I always get a kick out of these. I hope it has sound. I don't know why we're not. Oops. What happened there?
I'm trying to see if I can. Sorry, I have a video. I don't see the video, but I have a video of this guy doing like this toad kind of thing where his whole neck is expanding like this when he's breathing. It looks like some sort of like
Yeah, share it, man. So everybody, we're not going to worry about the sound with this. So we'll just play this. Me and Rye will comment. I'm going to share it onto the scene here. I just wanted to make sure that it was okay. And then we'll comment on this. And
yeah, when that's done, I got this one queued up. So I'm just going to.
Thank you.
What the heck?
All right. So recorded reptile. Well, that's just Miley Cyrus acting like her old self. Ooh, that's creepy.
Okay, okay. Go back to that thing again, because
like she had a dewlap.
But like her.
Yeah, they call them dewlaps. That's where the reptiles' necks will pop out.
Okay, because that's exactly what I'm going to show you with this guy too.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And so they're talking about the eyes, that there's some sort of eye parasite that's in the eyes that is causing this. Like,
that's a mask.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, that was some type of artifact that some people say is reptilians that are supposedly on TV. Their hologram sometimes does something that gets them caught, and I guess that's the artifact that sometimes it does. Now, I mean, it'd be hard to prove.
Yeah.
When I see the reptile eyes is when I see like that.
Yeah,
that right there freaks me out.
Yeah,
what do you think about those, right? I'm sure you've seen some of the videos.
Well, I've seen a lot of those. I honestly think they're legit. Like I interviewed someone who had a face-to-face encounter with someone who had a forked tongue, and they hissed at them as well, and not like a bifurcated. What do they call that? Bifurcated, where they split the tongue.
I forget what the word
something is. Like that. Someone in the chat will post it. I think it's like bifurcated is what they say, is when they split the tongue. But no, this was like I think she said it was the tongue. But this she said that this woman was like reptilian and hissed at her.
I think I've seen that one.
No. Like she didn't video it. No, like this was like she was at a movie theater. She was at a movie theater, and she what the heck? And she walked away.
Luis has got his number. He just that looks like. Is it just he's
got double eyelids? Like reptiles have kind of double.
Yeah. So, they have a membrane that goes down over the eye when they go underwater. It's see-through though. It's transparent. That almost looks like. That's weird. Like, did he tattoo his outer?
I've seen people like that, like Johnny Depp when he is in the Pirates of the Caribbean, where he has his eyes closed, but it's just the
that's okay. Hey, Rye is here. So Rye, hold on.
Want me to share that?
Yeah, please. Yeah, and I'll throw that up on the screen.
So this was the same type of thing that we're talking about here.
Okay,
there we go. It's ready to rock and roll. Let me know when it's showing up, and I'll hit play.
Okay. There we go. Let me make us smaller.
Yeah.
And move you. Come on. Move.
That's what I was trying to. It's like that's the only way I'm trying to do it. Bifurcation. Thank you, BJ. So I'm trying to do it. Okay. So you can't miss it. This is what we saw earlier, but this is even so much more profound. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down because it's a little loud before I go to, there we go, and here we go. And here we go.
Ooh. What the hell?
And he's making it, he's making the sound like.
Is there no sound?
Yeah, there is. Can you hear the sound?
No.
Okay. I think maybe I have to share it again on. Let me try to do this again here.
Okay.
Window. Oh, I didn't hit the little clicker. There we go. Okay. Right. I shared it again. See if it's coming. Oh, there we go. It's already up. Okay. Yep. Let's start this again then. Yep. and he's like the Pfizer. He is one of the people of the vaccine, like the COVID vaccine kind of.
Okay.
Announcement, we are making this dream reality.
Many of your medicines, we know from the COVID vaccine, very effective, very welcome.
Can you turn it up a little bit, Rye, so we can hear maybe that noise his throat is making?
Talking about countries here that do not have, we know from the COVID vaccine, very effective.
That's so strange.
COVID vaccine, very effective, very welcome. The logistics around that vaccine, we're not.
I have never seen anyone do that, ever.
That's like a toad,
Yeah.
Very effective.
And this is a very good video, yeah. And then it's going to show it again here. He's going to be doing a different thing here, and to do it again.
The vaccine is effective and safe.
Talk if you can.
Pfizer's CEO. Here we go.
What have you learned about serious side effects?
Oh my God.
As you know, we're
Isn't
seeing
there
a lot of
something wrong
companies
with
and
him?
institutions right now moving toward mandating that their employees or their students get the vaccine. Does Pfizer expect to require and mandate its employees become fully vaccinated?
Yeah.
I'm looking real quick. It says, based on search results, I think I'm hearing my sound through your thing. It says, based on search results, there are no reports suggesting that Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla has a physical illness related to his throat, nor that he made specifically wrong statements regarding his throat condition. So
You can put us back on there. I turned off the screen sharing so that if that was causing where it's feeding back through.
Yeah, let me get it off here.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The fact that they said that there's nothing wrong with his throat. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I don't see anything on here where it mentions anything.
It is kind of crazy, right?
That was nuts, Rye.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been saving a bunch of these things, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Anything you want to share, man, let me know.
I have I might have deleted it. Did I delete it? Oh, I'm not sure if you're interested in looking at this one. It's not.
And Puck Elf, by the way, thank you as well. If I didn't thank you, my friend, I thought I did.
So I have another one. I'm trying to get sent to my phone, but it's not anything paranormal. It's just if you are a fan of 90s martial arts movies, okay, then in the conspiracy world or just in like the fake history, there is a movie that was probably one of the greatest martial arts like fighting movies from the 90s. See if you can name it. One of the greatest, had these greatest storyline based on a true story.
Was it? It wasn't Bloodsport. That was the 80s.
Okay, is that the 80s? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Was it Bloodsport? A great movie. Yeah, that's supposedly was a true story, but there's also a lot of talk out there that the guy who was in it, the real person, might have hoaxed everything about what he did. So there's some people saying that it was they for sure have these tournaments, but for as good as he was, it's nobody knows for sure.
So I have a video if you want to see it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And you guys interested? Hey, Tyler.
Yeah, does anybody want to see this? It's based on Bloodsport. So for those who love Bloodsport,
Sonia?
let's see. Let's see if that shot is safe, obviously. Okay. Does anybody want to? We'll poll the audience. Do people want to see Frank Duke? Yeah, Frank Dukes.
Thank you,
Frank Dukes.
El Martino, sir.
Oh, jeez. Frank Dukes. Kumatai, right?
Kumatai.
Okay. People are saying show it. Okay, let me get it. Let me get it queued up. And I'm gonna break some of your guys.
He gets powder thrown in his eyes when he's fighting the bad guy at the end. He goes, whoa! It's like in slow motion, screaming and stuff. I think that's hilarious. I always laughed at that part.
I love the movie. Like if they,
Oh.
yeah, I still love the movie. I'm just gonna let
Me
everybody
too.
know. Here we go.
I just
Okay.
watched it a few weeks ago.
Really?
Like not for the first time, just to watch it. Let me
All right. When
hide
you're
the-
ready, tell me when you're ready.
Let me bring that up real quick. All right, sir.
All right, here we go. I found this the other day and I was like so devastated.
Bloodsport is one of the most iconic movies of the 1980s and helped propel the career of an unknown actor named Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's when he
into
screams.
superstardom. But there's one part of Bloodsport
Yeah.
that no matter who you are, always catches you off guard the first time you see it. When you reach the end of the movie, just before the end credits start, you're greeted with a message. This message blindsides you with the revelation that Bloodsport was based on a true story. The Kumite is real, and Frank Dukes, the person who was the main character in Bloodsport, was actually a real person. So who is Frank Dukes? Well, according to Frank Dukes, he's a real
Right, can you turn it up a
007
little?
who carried out multiple missions in
What, turn it
Southeast
up?
Asia during the Vietnam War for the CIA.
I don't know. It's pretty loud. I think. Let me see
all
if
over Europe, all while competing in a secret
That's as loud as it
Kumite
can go.
tournament where he became the winningest fighter in Kumite.
Somebody asked if we could turn it up. But if that's as loud,
However,
that's
none
fine.
of it was true.
Oh.
He was able to fool almost everyone for decades, but Frank Dukes was ultimately undone by the rise of the internet. The
It's
immediate
as loud as it
access
can
to
go.
records and the ability to instantaneously share those records across the world would be the deciding factor that ultimately brought down Frank Dukes' elaborate house of cards. What we know for sure about Frank Dukes is he served for 6 years in the United States Marine Corps Reserves, where he had nothing short of an absolutely uneventful career. He never went to Vietnam or Southeast Asia. In fact, he didn't even enlist until the Vietnam War ended. Dukes also claims he won the Congressional Medal of Honor. However, when confronted with the fact that
Wow.
the Medal of Honor he wears in photos is actually
That's a
one
big
issued to
lie.
the Army and Frank Dukes was in the Marine Corps, he would later backtrack his statements about winning the Congressional Medal of Honor and saying he never mentioned it at all. When confronted with evidence that his military records don't back up any of his claims, Dukes would claim the government sabotaged his records in an effort to discredit him. But the bread and butter of Frank Dukes' claims and the way he was able to build an actual martial arts empire of multiple ninjutsu schools was off the back of his claims that he competed in an ultra-secret, no-holds-barred tournament called the Kumite. It would be at these Kumites where Frank Dukes would claim he was the greatest fighter to ever exist in Kumite history. Dukes would fight in a total of 329 bouts, in which he won every single fight and accumulated multiple records, including the most consecutive knockouts at 56 and the fastest knockout on record in 0.12 seconds. Frank Dukes claimed he learned about the Kumite and gained an invite to the tournament because he was trained in the ancient and secret art of ninjutsu by a man named Senzo Tiger Tanaka. Poetically, it would be
What a
Senzo
name.
Tanaka's dying wish that Frank Dukes would compete in the Kumite. Frank Dukes would receive rewards from this ultra-secret tournament, including a trophy and a sword. But it was actually found out that the trophy he says he won was purchased at a sports memorabilia shop, and he no longer has the sword he won in the Kumite because he sold it in a failed effort to rescue a boat full of orphans who he would later successfully
Oh
rescue
my
from a
God.
band of violent pirates.
That's
And
like the
of course,
Rambo
there's Senzo
movie.
Tiger Tanaka himself. It might come as a surprise, but there are absolutely no records of Senzo Tiger Tanaka's existence in any form.
Still here.
However, a character named Senzo Tiger Tanaka does appear in a 007 novel. Frank Dukes claimed the author of the 007 novels used the real Senzo Tanaka as inspiration for the Senzo Tiger Tanaka in the story. The craziest thing about Frank Dukes and all of his lies is he was able to spin them into a massively successful career, even opening a series of schools where he taught his own version of ninjutsu called Dukes Ryu Ninjutsu. And it was at one of these schools where a professional kickboxer named Zane Frazier would be hired by Dukes to teach a few classes. And in 1993, Frank Dukes and Zane Frazier were both attending a karate tournament. Zane Frazier would confront Frank Dukes about non-payment for those times that he taught some of his classes. The confrontation would quickly escalate and a fight would ensue. This is the only time anybody has ever seen Frank Dukes get into an actual fight. And as you can imagine, Zane Frazier beat the brakes off Frank Dukes in front of Jesus and everybody. However, Frank Dukes would later claim the only reason he lost was because he was sucker punched while Zane was wearing brass knuckles. I swear to God, this guy. Frank Dukes' con of being a martial arts master was so elaborate that he was even hired to write multiple articles for multiple martial arts publications, including Black Belt magazine. Frank Dukes was able to be successful throughout the majority of his life, built off the back of nothing but lies. He is by far one of the most successful con men in the last 50 years. Because if not for the instantaneous exchange of information when Frank Dukes' name is Googled, who knows, today he might have been more successful than ever.
A real-life James Bond, folks. Frank Dukes. Come on, Frank. There he is.
Oh no. He has an eye patch.
Bond. I mean, that must be the most exciting life.
You live a life of many veils because it takes such a serious tone. You know, we can joke about it, but one wrong turn and it could cost you not only your life but possibly the life of your family.
If you're a spy, what are you doing on TV telling everyone you're a spy?
Good question.
A spy is that your life is secret and nobody knows about it. So what is this?
Well, first we have to start with...
Oh my God, how humiliating. How humiliating. That is great. You know, I was
thought that would be
watching
fun to watch.
something just today with the guy from... I'm hearing echo.
I
Hold on
don't
a
hear an
sec.
echo.
Does anybody else hear an echo? I do. I hear me.
Let me check my audio. My echo cancellation is on.
The guy who played the guy who screamed "nerds," who was his best friend in that movie.
Yeah.
I just watched him today. Said that he can't. In fact, I'm just for you guys, since we're doing this right now. I'm going to show you guys because I literally I watched it today. I want to show you guys real quick. It's just a short.
Yeah, everyone's saying they don't hear an echo.
Okay, good. That's so funny that I watched that earlier. It was, I forget his name, guys. What was his name in Revenge of the Nerds?
Ogre.
Yes. He said he couldn't stand
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, he was just an a-hole, and
I heard he's an a-hole.
Yep. And he was doing cocaine the whole time, and
Frederick Aloysius Potowaski. Is that his real name, 528 Circle? But you are sitting too close to the camera, dude. Who is sitting too close to the camera? Me?
Me?
I don't know. My camera is over 3 feet away. His real name. His real name. A real character's name. Sorry. 528.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Hold on. Let me share this with you guys real quick. This is the thing I was talking about earlier. That's so funny you showed that today. That's crazy. So weird.
Well, everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Now I'm all self-conscious about being too close to the mic, to the camera. The camera is actually fairly far.
Problem with Bloodsport is that I had to deal with him, and we know who I'm talking about, right? He made things really, really uncomfortable for everybody. And so listen, I think that would have been my favorite movie to film, instead of Nerds, if he would have been a great guy. If he would have been a great guy, it would have been wonderful. And we knew we were doing something special. I knew we were, because there wasn't one thing in that script that I read. I rewrote the whole thing. Every, the OK USA, that came from that guy coming out there and freaking me out, right? Okay, and I'm like, okay, weird. And all, the big thing on the bus with that girl, and I ain't your pal, dick face, I don't know if I can say that on your radio. But...
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay. I even told them, because when they hired me, I said, listen, I'm not a martial artist, but I can beat any martial artist's head off.
Not true.
Just let me do my thing. And they did. They let me do my thing. Like when I hit that guy over the face with my fist, he bled all over. That I threw guys off the thing. That's what I wanted to do, and they let me do it. Let me do it. And then let me make the character. I mean,
let me tell you something. Michael Jai White, who's an actor, would have beat the brakes off of this guy.
I mean, John Claude's lucky he didn't get hurt by me outside the ring, but
let me tell you something. Jean-Claude, a lot of people rip on him, but he's a dangerous dude, man.
I know. Tyler has posted, he said, Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Steven Seagal. Who wins? Easily.
Oh, Jean-Claude.
Easily Jean-Claude. Steven Seagal is a lunatic. Like, you think you think Jean-Claude's hard to work with. I've heard so many stories about Steven Seagal. Like, that guy is a genuine nutcase.
And also another hard person to work with, I've heard, is not Denzel. Who played Blade?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, like he would literally kick people in the face and hit people, and was it Triple H did a movie with him, and
that was Blade as well. I think that was like the third one.
Yeah, the third one. Yeah, not my favorite one. The second one was probably my favorite.
It was but they all get like that. Like it's what's his name now? Ryan Reynolds, is right in that list as well. Like he is a complete, like maybe he's nice to your face, but he's a complete douche as well.
Is he supposedly a douchebag?
Oh, yeah. Like his interaction, because he's married to Blake Lively. So they've had a feud going on with, I forget who it is. I'm sure someone in the comments will post it. There was a guy who wrote a movie, and he got Blake Lively to star in it. But then they kind of like took it over, even though he wrote it and he was starring in it. They took it over, and then they brought in what's her name? Oh, jeez. Who's the woman who? And I talked to her about her. I didn't talk about Brad talked to her about her. She probably the famous woman country singer. She's pop now as well. But what's her name? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift got in on it as well. Like it went crazy, man. It went crazy. So yeah, I've lost all respect for Ryan Reynolds.
That's a shame. Well, here's another video that Josie sent us real quick, guys. Disbelief Paranormal. The kids warned them about a little girl in the house. Let's see. And there's no sound. I don't know why, Josie. I don't know if you have a setting set wrong or something. For some reason, yours, I never get the audio for her. You know why that would happen, Rye?
No clue.
It never works with the majority of Josie's. And she's got a new computer. I think she just has a setting set wrong. And I'm not trying to embarrass you, Josie. You've got a brand new computer. It's better than mine. Shoot. Okay, let me try the next one. And she has some good ones picked out too. Hers and one other person's. I don't know why they're not coming through. Let me see. This one is from
Giggles. Your post there about Arnold coming back as Dutch and
Conan
Predator. Yeah, is that for real?
Awesome. I heard it's true.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Let me try another video from Josie. Hold on, guys.
Who is Ryan? You mean me, Chris?
Let me refresh this one.
The most haunted places in America. But this man went in alone. He didn't see anything with his own eyes, yet his camera caught something unnerving coming down the stairs. What do you think he photographed? Waverly Hills is one of the most haunted places in America. But this man went in alone. He didn't see anything with his own eyes, yet his camera caught something unnerving coming down the stairs. What do you think he photographed?
What do you think? I mean, that's a pretty damn good picture.
It is.
Hi, Taz, by the way. Taz is in the chat. I mean, I do not doubt that.
Waverly Hills is one of the most haunted places in...
Yep, Waverly Hills. We're planning on going there as well. Remember, guys, we're always wanting recommendations for you, places that we can go around the world and in the States. Obviously, we're going to have to put some stuff together down the road for, getting to certain spots, getting help from everyone, but keep sending some in. That's cool, man. That's a great picture.
It is. It is.
Let me see if I can get this one to run again. I wanted to run this one for her because it looks cool. Let me refresh this one real quick. There we go. All right, here we go. This is the one that didn't have sound last time.
The kids kept talking about a little girl only they could see. No one believed them. Until this photo showed up years later. Who or what did they capture? When this family lived in Alaska housing, the kids kept talking about a little girl only they could see. No one believed them.
It's interesting.
Until this photo.
So there's the little girl. Supposedly she doesn't exist. She definitely looks transparent.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like an old picture. I mean, you have to take it with a grain of salt at first because you never know these days.
You don't know what that is. Is it? But the one previous, can you just scroll back quickly to the one previous?
Sure.
And then we can fast forward to this one here.
That was this one.
Now, is that AI?
It very well could be.
Like, what is that on the staircase just at the top of the stair, where the stairs kind of...
right there?
No. The words just kind of, all the words from this just kind of cover... I don't know if you can make that small again. If you can just click there.
Make what small again?
Just click there. The text that's all written in there.
Hold on. Let me see.
See less. There it is, right at the bottom there. Yeah. What is that that block thing? What is that there? Like,
that's the register on the wall.
Oh, the radiator?
Yeah.
On the stairs, though?
Yeah, it's at the top. So, I mean, I've had them on stairs in my old house, too.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it could be completely fake. I mean, I'm trying to look at like the spindles and things like that. Huh. Very well can be, Rye, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing, man. There's so many. Hold on, let me play this one here.
Somewhat unnerved. It actually bothered me. It is very hard to listen to that call to that 911 tape without becoming somewhat unnerved. It actually bothered me the first time that I heard it.
Henry County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just
Great
crossed the
one.
Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road.
You saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
What do you think,
Sir,
Rye?
are you okay?
Do you believe this one's real?
I don't know. It's weird because it sounds so clear, right?
Mm-hmm. Which, you know what? I mean, I have those services in my car. They're super clear.
Okay. It's interesting. His in the beginning it kind of sounds scripted, but then when his scream is "That's not human," that seems real. There seems some legitimate fear in there.
It does to me too. I got a video sent from me during the show from Giggles. I'm going to try and find that real quick here. Okay, I believe this is up. Is it the Enigma of the Paulding Light? Is that it, Giggles? The Enigma? Let me make sure this is his real quick. Yeah, I'm on your sides, guys. I really am leaning towards possibly real.
Mm-hmm.
Giggles, is the video you sent me about atmospheric anomalies? Well, I'm going to play it anyway.
In the heart of Michigan's dense woods,
lies a spectral enigma that has puzzled residents and visitors for decades: the mysterious Paulding Light. Since the 1960s, an inexplicable glow has pierced the night sky near the small town of Paulding, capturing imaginations and drawing the curious from afar. Many claim it to be the ghostly lantern of a railroad brakeman who met a tragic fate on those very tracks. Yet skeptics argue it might just be headlights or atmospheric anomalies. The light defies scientific scrutiny, vanishing and reappearing on whims, leading many to wonder its true origin. Could this glowing beacon be a tangible link to the past, or is it simply a trick of nature? The question remains eerily unanswered, leaving a community in suspense.
So what do you guys think of these lights? I mean, they have them all over. The really famous ones, I forget what they're called. They're in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. People have no idea where these strange orbs and lights. Some people think that they're plasma, and they're working somehow with the magnetic resonance of the planet and just the spot they're in. They're also releasing some natural gas that makes the right kind of situation for them, or they're paranormal. I saw with David Wolf and Carrie, our friend, who was with us when we went to the cemetery, and we saw 3 different orbs that night, and it was ridiculous, and I'll never forget it.
I would have to say that I do believe they're plasma, but I believe that there is some sentient like intelligence with it. Brad really goes. Brad, my friend from the Awaken podcast, really goes into these orbs and the plasma and how he believes that these are like noble gases, and this is how they enter as plasma and then they absorb material, and that's the way that they can actually form into things, whether it be a UFO, whether it be a Bigfoot. Sometimes people say like Bigfoot or Dogman just materialize after they've seen these orbs. He actually believes that it's them. It's grabbing material, decaying dead material from possibly like forest floors and whatnot, and that's why you get the smell of death.
Good point.
Yeah, so who knows?
There was a video, and hi, Carol Ann from the In-Between is here in the chat, everybody. Hi, Carol Ann. Welcome. So glad to see you here. There was a show I watched, I think it was Expedition X, where Phil, the guy, part of that tandem, took, and they were in the swamp, and I think they were looking for the Rougarou, and took the top of a plastic bottle with a tube in it and pushed it down into the swamp and was able to light it because of the gases coming up from, they always say swamp gas and stuff like that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. And again, just like you said, it would definitely explain the situation with the smell and things like that as well. We got a good crew in here. Let me get another video up here for you guys. And we're going to be shutting down probably in about 10 minutes, but I wanted to, since we've got some more people coming in, play a few more things for you guys.
No problem.
I think Louise sent us something. Yes, she did. Let me unmute it and share this with you guys. Thank you, Louise, for sending in this recording, this video. And here we go.
And multiple have been found here already.
Right there.
Hi, buddy.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at him. See it, Mo? Yeah, I see it. What is that?
While walking near a quiet bay in Mexico, someone captured something on video that quickly spread across mystery forums.
Alligator.
Yeah. That's not an alligator.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
It was a bizarre sight caught in broad daylight. Many people claimed it
That's
was a
an
real-life
alligator.
mermaid. At first,
I
it
don't
looked
know.
like a crocodile or alligator moving through the water, but locals said there are no crocodiles or alligators anywhere near that area. So what was it really? A simple explanation or something much stranger? While heading into the forest for a hike, the person stumbled across something truly unbelievable.
Oh, wow. No way. That's awesome.
It's an
albino buck.
That could mean something. Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, that is very rare.
A rare albino buck quietly crossed the trail right in front of him. The deer moved on calmly, then vanished back into the forest. Albino deer are incredibly rare, and only a small number are ever spotted in the wild.
Glad you came, Rye. Missed
A
you,
woman was
brother.
walking
Yeah,
through
no,
a
it's been
quiet
a while,
forest
brother.
when she
It has,
spotted
it
something
has.
weird on the ground.
That.
What the
I've gotten closer to it, and I'm even more confused than I was like 20 feet back. What is that? And I'm even more confused than I was like 20 feet back.
It didn't look like any animal she'd ever seen, and even wildlife experts who watched the clip couldn't figure out what it was. It just looked
not
off.
moving,
The woman
though. It's
said
just
the
sitting
area
there.
is
No.
full of owls,
Good
but this
catch,
didn't really
Rye.
look like an owl to her. Maybe the video was filmed from
It
a
looks
weird
like a-
angle, but if that
something
was
they
the only
made.
issue, she
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like she would have recognized it in real life. A
Have
man
you-
in Kentucky was out
Real
walking.
quick, have you ever seen the video of the people that are like dune buggying and they stop, or one of them broke down and there's a girl stuck in all of the different seatbelt stuff, and there's a giant spider that's like coming towards the dune buggy?
No, not at all.
It's pretty freaky. I'll have to find it for you.
and he noticed a deep, rhythmic thumping coming from beneath the ground.
I finally found it again after like 3 weeks. Listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's pretty windy.
Sounds like gas.
That's exactly what I was saying. It sounds like gas.
It's getting louder.
Yeah, I was 100% thinking it sounded like gas. It reminds me of
The sound was loud and steady, almost like a machine. There was nothing around that could explain it, and
What'd you
no
say,
one
Ryan?
nearby had
nothing right now. I'll say something after in a bit, but keep
Okay.
it, please.
any idea where it was coming from. He ended up recording it on his phone and posting it online. People had all kinds of theories. Some thought it might be underground machinery, like tunnel or pipeline work. Others believed it hinted at something hidden deep below the ground. A few said it could be natural pressure building up, but in the end, no one really knows what caused it. While driving home, someone noticed something really creepy.
I
and
found
decided
out
to
what I was going to say. It sounds like it's something from the fire swamp. Does anybody knows what that
Yes.
what that is from?
That is from Princess Bride.
Yeah, the flame spurts. There was 3 things in the fire swamp that you had to be that you need to be wary of. What were they? There was the flame spurts,
The
What
giant
else?
rats.
Yeah, the roos, ROUS, rodents of unusual size, and
the
lightning,
flames, the rats, and what else?
lightning sand.
That's what it was.
But that's what it sounded like. It sounded like the lightning spurts, like the.
It did, just like it.
Yes, yeah.
Hold on one sec. I want to show you guys this.
Yeah. Rodents of unusual. Oh, I don't believe this is rodents of unusual size, and then it like attacks them.
That was a great movie.
You know, I tried showing that to my daughter and my wife, and they're like, "You don't want to watch this. They don't like this." I'm like, "This is one of the greatest." Like when you were sick at home, that's what you watched. At school, if they didn't know what to show you, they didn't know what to do. You watched it. It came on TV. You watched it. It was great.
I didn't see. I'm still looking for the one thing. I'll let this
Record
play,
it.
though. Sorry, guys.
Classic.
Someone was seen coming out of the woods in a very unnatural way.
They're high. We don't need to see that.
It's got a little bit of meth
To
going
record
on.
it.
Yeah.
And moments later, she caught this sound.
Hell no. I'm out. I'm done. That's it. I'm out. No.
She then heard a faint voice quietly saying her name, Sophie. It was soft and almost sounded human. Scared out of her mind, she ran inside and locked every door. Nothing else happened that night, but when she posted the clip later, a lot of people said they heard it too and thought it could be a mimic. Something that copies human voices to trick people into going deeper into the woods. TikTok user Morgan Lambert shared this footage. She and her husband were filming on her family's farm at night when she accidentally caught this on camera.
Okay, so here's scene 7.
Okay.
It looks okay, but I am thinking we're gonna have to redo scene 7.
Don't whistle at night.
It might be okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. Maybe we should
Okay, let's back up.
head back.
I'm gonna keep recording with this just for some extra behind the scenes, if that's cool.
Yeah. What are we just gonna?
I'll try and get this into the fastest that I can.
Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry,
Yeah, I think we should.
Not a smart thing to do.
Will I get in there? Okay, what's your legs? What's your arms in? Okay.
Ready to go?
Yep.
A sudden, sharp whistle rang out in the dark, and if those Appalachian rules mean anything, it's this. If something calls out in the woods, act like it didn't. That's why they didn't respond, didn't shout back, and didn't go looking. They just
You
grabbed
never
their stuff
whistle at
and
night.
left right away.
Nope.
Whatever made that sound, they wanted nothing to do with it. While hiking near a river, a woman and her mother noticed something unusual.
And I were hiking at a local trail next to the river, and we came across this rock that was floating in the air. It did this for
That
probably
looks like
5 to
CGI
7
to me.
minutes while we were there. My mom actually grabbed the rock and rubbed it
Doesn't
to
it?
see if anything was attached to it. Nothing was. And she
No, it
put it
seems like
down, and
it's
then it
standing
proceeded
out.
to float around like this again. Yeah, so
Yeah,
what
that's
is happening
CGI.
here?
So what's going on here? Do you have any idea how to explain it?
Yeah.
Cobble had just moved.
That was
It's too
100%.
perfect. It's too perfect. It should
Yeah.
be 2 frames if it was.
It's set. It stood out from everything
into
else.
their Appalachian house when they found
The
something
color, I mean.
terrifying up in the attic. They couldn't tell exactly what it was made of, but the hair stuck to it was real human hair. Pretty quickly, they realized it was a voodoo doll, a small, handmade figure people believe can be used to affect or hurt someone, which made it even creepier to find in a quiet home. It makes you wonder what they did with it after and whether they still live there. What would someone even do in that situation? While hiking deep in the woods, this person heard some weird sounds and decided to start recording.
It's an elk.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an elk.
The recording picked up these low, echoing sounds that nobody could really identify.
never
Some
heard it
people
before,
think it was
so-
staged, like it was edited or made with
100
hidden speakers,
It's not
but
edited.
others
It's
think it was
100% an
real.
elk.
Either way,
it almost
whatever
sounds like
made
it's
those
coming through like
noises
a
never showed up
corrugated
on camera.
hose, and that's what you use to copy or to mimic an elk.
Oh, it was a hunting thing.
Yeah, but no, that definitely could have been an elk or someone using an elk call. Yeah.
Clip shows what looks like
Oh
an
my
ordinary leaf, but it's actually a giant
Are you
Malaysian
kidding me?
katydid, a leaf-mimicking insect that blends almost perfectly into the greenery around
Those
it.
really
Its
exist?
leaf-shaped wings and body make it
I don't know if that
incredibly
big.
hard to spot,
I've
and it's
seen
not
things
just
like
the
that,
camouflage
but
that
not
stands
that
out.
big.
When it flies,
But
it
who
can
knows
produce
when
a
you're in
loud
those-
buzzing or clicking sound. That
you're
noise
in
comes from
the-
vibrations created as the
jungle, you
wings
never
move,
know.
and it's used to call mates, scare off predators,
Guys, do you know if these things literally are for real? I believe it. Like in the Amazon, for sure. I believe these things exist. Oh
That
my
thing would be
God.
freaking out, though. That thing would be freaking out trying to get away, though. I would assume how he's holding its legs like that. I don't know. And there should be 6 legs. Is there 6 legs on that thing? 1, 2.
I see
3, maybe. Yeah, there could be 6. There's a possibility of having 6 legs.
Yep.
And claim its space. A Reddit user was hiking the Trail of 10 Falls, enjoying the calm forest, when he suddenly heard something chilling.
Bird? Crow? It's a crow. Crow or a raven.
A loud, unsettling scream rang out through the woods. He got scared, stayed on the trail, and started recording, not wanting to get any closer to where it came from.
Clearly,
Later at
he
home,
fell victim
he played
to
the
one of the
audio for
classic
his wife,
blunders,
and she
Matt.
told him she'd heard similar screams in that same area the day before. He spent
able to
hours
fill in the rest of
comparing the
that?
sound to local.
Let's move on.
Are you able to fill? Or hang on. In the chat, you fell clearly you fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous of which is,
But she never found out.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm seeing if anybody would get something in the chat.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, have you heard that before?
I haven't seen it yet. Hold on.
Okay.
And yes, BJ, I'd like to see them. Clearly. Read it, Rye. I don't see it.
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders, the most famous of which is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Yes, there we go. Sorry, I just had to because we were talking about Princess Bride earlier.
He has a lift. He lifts really bad.
And
What it was.
Yeah, there we go,
Probably
Circle
because she didn't
528.
dare
You
to
got
go
it, you
any
got it.
closer.
Yeah, and in between,
A few
Carol,
friends were staying
never
in
start a land war in Asia.
a remote cabin deep in the woods. The night started calmly. They were laughing, recording videos, and enjoying the quiet. Then they heard strange noises coming from outside. When they stepped out to see what it was, things took a sudden turn.
There, go. That's so crazy. Look at that right there.
Hi, buddy.
Oh my.
What is that?
Out of nowhere, a massive bear charged straight at them. Luckily, they just barely made it back inside in time. Pun fully intended. Someone peered into a dried-out drain and spotted something unsettling, a tight cluster of tiny worms. After a closer look and some research, they were identified as tubifex-type worms, which usually live in dirty or still waters and feed on decaying material, helping recycle nutrients. Even though they can look creepy, especially in a drain, they aren't typically dangerous, but their presence is a strong sign the area needs a thorough cleaning. This footage was captured in Praia Grande, Sao Paulo.
Oh, that isn't creepy, is it? Are you kidding? It's too light.
It's too light. Yeah.
Poor Joe. That was really a body of woman.
During Halloween, the police went and visited this house that had a bunch of like these things hanging around, and they put like fake blood all over and everything. The police went and made them take it down.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Oh man. You can tell the
A tied-up plastic bag was found on the sand near the shoreline, and it immediately looked heavy and suspicious. Later on, news outlets confirmed there was nothing dangerous inside. It was just empty plastic bottles, meant as a prank. Even so, from afar, it looked unsettling enough to alarm anyone who saw it. While checking out some ancient petroglyphs in the Arizona desert,
these things are amazing and awesome.
Definitely.
A group called Southwest Explorers stumbled on something unusual.
All right, I want to show you something. It's pretty cool. It's tucked back in here in this room, right where this room used to be.
You can see all these handprints, pictographs, all throughout there, down lower and whatnot. But I want to show you these ones right over here. Those things are so long, those fingers. They're probably a foot high.
Have those been added
But
after?
really cool.
I don't know.
Unique. Really haven't seen them with the long fingers like that. Not sure what that means or
they're
implies,
real.
but
They
it's
look
interesting
real.
that in this
They look
room
aged
alone,
as well.
you have all these handprints, and everywhere up here I'm not seeing anything else. So it makes you wonder if it's a special type of room.
The Bigfoot
yeah, really
ones
cool.
that are on the
It's part of
cables
this-
are awesome too.
This bigger community I'm up here
The
exploring.
alien
What are your
ones,
thoughts on this?
they have different
Among all
ones.
the normal carvings and handprints left by early people, one really stood out. It didn't look human at all. Longer, thinner, and it looked like it had 6 fingers. The marks were cut deep into the stone, like
They have ways to tell if that's legit or not.
whoever made it did it on purpose, not by mistake. Researchers often say ancient people
It's in
carved what
Arizona,
they saw
Ty.
and knew. So maybe this was meant as a message, like a story left behind for someone to notice later. But it still leaves one big question. Who made it? Just a prankster or something not from here?
Thanks, Joe.
Morgan Lambert, who lives in the Appalachian Mountains, woke up to a sharp whistle outside her cabin. Take a look.
Just saying good morning. This has been happening for like 10 minutes.
Well, we just thank you for the video very much. And Puck Elf, tell your friend happy birthday. What's their name? I'll give them a shout out. The person sitting in the room. I mean, come on.
I don't know if you caught what I said. It's morning. It's daytime. And girly.
Okay, a happy birthday shout out to Puck Elf's friend, Saber Dad Club. Happy birthday.
Made the mistake of opening up her window when she woke up to get some fresh air. So, that's fun. Live in Appalachia, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
The sound came from the woods, but there was no clear source, and the whistle kept repeating. In
From the
Appalachian
woods?
folklore,
It's not from the
people are
woods.
warned
It's just
to
one in the same room. I agree with you.
I mean, come on.
ignore whistles in the forest, because following them can lead someone off the trail, or worse, attract the attention of something watching. YouTuber Franco TV decided to explore an old graveyard by himself. It was completely quiet except for leaves rustling and his footsteps echoing between the graves. As he walked through, he noticed a huge spider hanging from a tree. When he tried to get past it, a strange noise suddenly cut through the silence. He spun around fast, but no one was there.
Look at the size of this guy. That's a crab's. What the hell was that?
Moments later, a faint cry echoed through the darkness, and it sounded like a woman's voice.
Yeah, Yorona.
What the hell is that?
BJ says a box cat.
That sounds like a scream.
I've heard box
Coming
cat
from
before
inside
too.
here.
That sounds.
Franco followed the sound, and that's when a shadowy man suddenly showed up and warned him to leave right away.
Hello?
Get out of here. I thought he said he was in Mexico.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
just exploring.
Mexico, it didn't sound very nice.
No, like even if the guy was Spanish, like he was a native Spanish speaker speaking in English, it wouldn't sound like that. That's perfect.
Yep.
That's the guy.
Probably armed too.
All right. Sorry to bother you. I'm out.
I'm exploring on your property. Just let me do it.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the cemetery? I didn't really. Was there any headstones?
The man kept following him, repeating the warning over and over.
It's like.
So I think.
It's like being caught pulling a stone out of your pocket and throwing it on camera and saying a Bigfoot just threw that.
There's definitely people living
inside
the graveyard.
I've heard about that.
In here.
I've heard about an abnormal type of investigation.
Yeah.
Some believe it was just the caretaker. Others think it wasn't human at all. A TikToker went to the barn at night to feed her animal, and then something weird happened.
Dad, she is fed and feisty. What are you doing, baby? Okay, so I fed her. I will feed the barn.
Hey, Fertile Ants.
A creepy figure was standing in the shadows. She froze for a second, then backed out as calmly as she could.
Okay.
Show us you trying to start the car.
I gotta ask though, is why is there like people just videoing random shit and it's just like, oh, this happened. Like, I don't know.
They're hoping
not unless she's a blogger or vlogger or something like that, and she's like showing her feeding her cow or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Right, they're hoping to catch like that, do that one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god. Stop!
Then she realized her car keys were missing. She found them right behind the car, which didn't really make sense, and that's where the video cut off.
But mysteriously, the people that got her put the video online.
And they put the text on there too, right? They put the text on the screen. This
they
is
put
the
all the
scariest
subtitles up, and
yeah, this is the scariest thing that has ever happened to her. I mean, me. I mean,
right. Yeah. And guys, just to give you quick ups, if you ever see weird stuff on your car, like someone sticks like a dime in your door or something in your wheel or underneath you, like ties it around your windshield wiper, get in your car and lock the doors. That's kind of a trick people use to rob you.
A lot of people think it was staged, while others say it could have been a mimic. But in the Appalachian Mountains, who really knows? Two late-night explorers decided to check out an abandoned tunnel, an idea that was risky from the start. One filmed while the other stood in front of the camera as they approached, only to find the entrance sealed off with metal mesh to keep people out. Instead of turning back, they tried forcing their way through, even attempting to squeeze into a small opening, but failing. While they were still figuring out how to get inside, strange sounds began echoing from
Not the
deeper
smartest
within the
thing
tunnel.
to do.
Listen to your mirror. Dude, who wrote that house? Yeah. Show this video. Dude, who wrote that house?
The noises grew closer, and a foul stench started drifting out too. With whatever was in there seemingly approaching, they backed off and left, not wanting to find out what was waiting inside. A homeowner in North Carolina got back late one night and noticed something moving in the woods near his house. Curious, he checked his security camera footage, and
BJ
what he
caught
saw was
something
unsettling.
funny. Good catch, BJ. The guy, the people down below said, "I said run."
Yeah, I heard that
A
too.
pale
I said run. Yeah.
That's so
Figure
funny.
was walking through his backyard. It looked humanoid, but not quite human, and it didn't seem to be wearing any clothes. What made it even stranger was that similar sightings had been reported in the area before, including a 911 call describing something almost the same. The homeowner was left wondering if this was the very same figure people had seen roaming those woods earlier. On September 20th, 2024, people in Salt Lake City got freaked out when something weird happened.
What is that? It's like shaking our entire house. Yeah, we're over here like filming and listening to it. It sounds like a...
I don't know. It's
I've heard the booms.
at least 5 times. Yeah, and then it sounds like a rock fall afterward.
I've heard them so much louder.
Rock falls at the canyon.
Holy crap. It's bizarre.
Yeah, that's...
No. We're just hearing the rock falls from the mountain.
But if there's a canyon there, there's a good chance somebody's blasting or mining or something.
That's exactly what I think. They're just blasting.
Yeah.
Or I used to live in this area that had a lot of orchids, sorry. And they had these kind of propane bombs that would go off periodically just to scare away. It would slowly like leak out propane and then it would get ignited
Scare the animals away.
to scare the birds away. Yeah. And it was like this. Boom. That's all it was.
Cool. Never heard of that.
Well, we can hear the bangs and then there's like, we can hear rocks falling from over there.
Well, I'm sure.
All right, Matt, I got to let you know I got to jet here. I got to get my daughter ready for bed and everything.
I was just going to say, would you like to watch this last one? Because I was going to do one more.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do one more. Then I'm good to go.
All right, me too. I got to do some stuff to finish the video for tomorrow.
First, people thought it was an earthquake. Others guessed explosions, or maybe a sonic boom from a military jet, but no official
All right, let's move it ahead and get this. There we go.
Ocean can be as mesmerizing as it is unsettling, and this clip captured a bizarre sight. A black, sticky-looking creature washed up on a rock. It wasn't debris or a stain. It was clearly alive, slowly creeping toward a crab nearby. The movement made it seem like it was stalking the snail, and the implication was hard to ignore. Whatever it was, it likely feeds on crabs and has already eaten a few.
But I think
Some
I've seen
guesses
something like this
pointed
before.
to a
It's
type
like a
of sea
snail,
slug, since they come in all kinds of strange forms and behaviors, while others wondered if it could be something rarer, maybe even an unknown deep-sea species. A woman came across an old VHS tape while going.
I'm not going to do this one. I don't buy that one already. Let me stop sharing this. And I just wanted to thank you, brother, for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. Big time. I've missed you, man. I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Always.
Thanks for having me on. I know you always send the invitation. And there's a lot of times like I was very disappointed in the live that I did when my power went out. That was very disappointing. But yeah, it is what it is. So, and I was like, well, Matt did offer, so.
You're always welcome, bro. Always.
Excellent.
Well, you have a good night, my man.
Thank you.
What's going on, by the way, with Codegas? You want to let everybody know?
Just a regular. We're doing my episodes every second Thursday. This is something I've just started. Every second Thursday. This is before your show. I'm doing kind of a talk, or we're just having a talk on anything that's kind of new and pressing in the news that is conspiratorial or just out there kind of news. I'm doing that with Brad from the Awaken podcast, and we were going to get into Zorro Ranch from the Epstein files. But that's when my power cut out. So
I lost power the other night too. What was it? Was it Sunday? I think it might have been Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I've been having this stomach thing. So Everybody, thank you for coming by. Thank you for the donations, guys. I mean, we are so close, so super, uber, duper close. I can't wait till that's over with. Got a video coming out tomorrow, guys. Also a short that has to do with something that everybody's been talking about around my neck of the woods. It's pretty cool. And a lot of good stuff on the way. So keep hanging around, guys.
One last thing. Yeah, Chris, I had a lot of stuff ready to go on Jim Carrey, but like I said, my power went out and we did not get to it. I was thrown off. I was able to continue the live by using my cell phone, but it just, I was not happy at all.
I feel you.
It happens. And so, Matt, thank you for having me on. And thank you. You always got a great cast and crew here in the chat. So
For sure.
Good night to everyone as well.
Good night, brother. Thanks for coming again. All right, everybody. We will see you next time, Saturday. We'll see you. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks again.
There are things in this world that we cannot understand. Things we thought were myth. Mysteries that defy reality. And even darker conspiracies. What Lurks Beneath will take you deep into real cases and accounts of the strange and supernatural that will leave you wondering the truth about what's truly around us. You won't want to miss this one.
We just heard a rock clack right over here.
In today's world, video isn't optional, it's essential. At Full Res Films, we bring your story to life with cinematic quality and creative vision. From corporate videos that inspire, to powerful testimonials that build trust, to breathtaking drone footage that elevates your brand. Whether it's live events, training videos, music videos, or documentaries, our team captures every moment. Don't settle for ordinary, choose Full Res Films, and let's create something amazing together. FullResFilms.com, 216-201-9649.
Planet 412 is your channel through the veil, where cryptids walk, UFOs soar, and the paranormal whispers in the dark. From chilling storytelling, eerie narrations, and on-location investigations, to live streams, exclusive interviews, and shocking reviews of the bizarre, Planet 412 is your front row seat to the supernatural. Subscribe now, Planet 412 on YouTube. Do you believe?